Thank you for joining Pro Surf Blog today for this epic surf news update for May 2014. We're going to get right into May with an announcement that Swatch will be the women's Pro Trestles title sponsor for the World Tour Women's event, and the women will be surfing Trestles between September 9th and September 20th, 2014. On May 2nd, 2014, the Billabong XXL Awards took place. The gala ceremony took place at the Grove Theater in Anaheim and honored the greatest rides of last year. And there was over $120,000 in prize money to the winners, and there was quite a few winners that are worthy of mention here, but let's just go ahead and throw out a shout to Greg Long, who had the Ride of the Year. On May 4th, 2014, the Scholastic Surf Series held an event down at the Oceanside Harbor. It was sunny conditions, and the waves were a bit small, but the Groms were definitely having fun with it. And here's a couple minutes of the scenery going on around the event, and go ahead and take a peek at that, and then we'll jump right back into the news.
That's not a good thing.
The Billabong Rio Pro in Barra de Tijuca in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil kicked off on May 7th, 2014, and this was stop number 4 on the 2014 Samsung Galaxy ASP World Championship Tour. The holding period for this event was the 7th through the 18th of May, and the conditions in round 1 provided no wind, cloudy skies, and 3-foot surf. Check out this shot of Felipe Toledo in a heat where he took down Julian Wilson and Aritz Aramburu with this committed aerial. And we took this shot here of Sally Fitzgibbons on May 12th when she won the Rio Pro on the women's division. And on the men's side, it was Michel Bourez with not just barrel riding, but also some aerials that basically helped him clinch this deal. So congratulations to Sally and Michel. And if we fast forward about a week, on May 18th, the boardroom event took place in Del Mar, California. It was a beautiful day outside, sunny weather, and Scott Bass gave us access to that event, and we went down there and covered some of that. So we have some footage to share with you here. We actually have some longer videos as well, but this is a nice little snippet of what was going on. And so if you haven't heard of the boardroom, basically the boardroom, their whole goal and mission is to showcase surfboard builders, designers, craftsmen, surfboards, skate gear, surf art, music, and more. And basically they kind of just try to come with that roots vibe. They try to kind of keep it real and keep it to the people that are actually doing hand-shaped boards and handmade crafts around surfing.
Pressure big stuff. We need breaking boards. Building stronger boards that can be lighter, and that's the goal.
And then on May 26th, the Big Wave World Tour was in the news again, and this time they were talking about the different competitors that will be at different locations. And the big news here is that Kelly Slater is actually going to take part in the Big Wave World Tour for that 2014-2015 season. With that said, Kelly Slater will gain entry as a wild card to the events, including the Billabong Pico Alto event, the Punta Lobos Chile event, Dungeons, Piahi, and Todos Santos, and I think Punta Galea as well. So look forward to see Kelly Slater competing against a whole different group of people in some much bigger surf. So we're kind of wrapping up the month with another women's event. It was the Fiji Pro, which is a world tour event. And you see a shot here of Malia Manuel just doing a big setup bottom turn right here, eyeballing that top. Unfortunately, there was a couple injuries in this event, which one was Nikki Van Dyke, and she had to bow out of the event. And then later on, Malia Manuel, who was in really good form, basically got injured, and that seemed to affect her performance for the remainder of the event. So by May 29th, it was actually Sally Fitzgibbons who was also surfing good, and she clinched the event title. So that was basically 2 titles in 1 month for Sally. So she is definitely on a roll. Both of these shots were actually at Cloud Break. The event did go back and forth between Cloud Break and restaurants. But luckily the girls had some good sized surf at Cloud Break at least a couple of days. And to wrap up this month, on May 31st, there was a Surfing America contest at the Oceanside Harbor. And luckily for the competitors, there was some decent surf on tap. It was basically head high, juicy, and there were some different sections in there, but some of the waves were lining up really well all the way through the harbor there. So I'd like to say thanks again for joining us for this epic surf news update for May 2014. Please try to be kind and not snake people in the water if you can, and help the Groms learn. Charge.
There he goes. Cleaned it up with a little hack off the top and a backside. 2 backside turns. Nice. All the way to the inside. There goes White. Another set out the back. There goes Blue going left. Nice 180.
With a 5.5 and a 4.83. And moving up.
Okay, so Reinhardt's the winner in that last heat.
Second place transfer spot with a 5.07, and it edged him up there. Reinhardt best wave a 5.5, he wins it. That was his opening score. So once again, it was Bright Reinhardt with a 10.33, Noah Collins with a 9.57, and Jason Delgao's 9.50. Heartbreak there. Richie Schmidt with a 6.93.